So I have purchased the float bowl post repair kit from Randak, along with detailed instructions on repairing the broken float bowl post. There it is there, as you can see. So I will record my attempt to use the repair kit to fix this broken post. Here it is from another perspective. See if I can cut that off square and make a decent repair. This is the saw blade that they send with the kit. It said that the saw blade provided has had the teeth ground off on one side, which will be on the bottom when in use. This allows the blade to rest on the upturned lip, which surrounds the float bowl gasket without cutting into the lip. So these are the ground off teeth on this side as compared to the remaining teeth on that side. So this will go in place on the lip of the float bowl like this, so that sets the height. The lip of the float bowl, that would be this lip here, sets the height that I will be using to cut the post off. It looks like it might be better to come from this angle. You can see I'm only just going to catch the top of that broken post. So already I'm looking at a little bit of a dilemma. I don't have much to cut off. Basically, I'm going to just be trying to make that a flat surface to accept this orientation, which does give me a bit more room for sawing. But you can still see I have very, very little meat there that I can cut off. Well, I brought this out of the garage and into the light. See if I can make this clearer. My post is broken off. It's broken off low. Maybe even too low for me to do much of a repair. But according to the instructions, I should be using this blade to try to cut that flat so that I have a good surface to mate the repair post onto. Here's my progress so far. I'm making some progress, as you can see when I take that away. Just keep going slowly, but I am concerned about these metal filings and these holes. See if I've got something I can plug that hole with there. So in order to stop the filings from getting down into that hole, I'm going to see if I can't adapt that plug. I may have to cut it off as well, but push it down into that hole to stop the filings from getting down in there. Try to keep the blade flat, not deflect it. Pretty tough working quarters here. So I've been at this for probably 20 minutes. And I'm almost as far in as I think I need to go before I make a vertical. The instructions say to go about a 1/16 of an inch past the post and into the webbing. A little hard to judge here, but I think I'm probably there. Okay, now I'm making the vertical cut to remove the excess material. Trying not to cut the lip of the float bowl. The vertical cut took almost no time at all. I had a little bit more swinging room. I was able to push down on the blade. So there's my starting position. Now I have to drill a hole down into the center of that. It's interesting now, it says to use a file to file off this surface to bring this surface down level with the bowl lip here and here. But of course that's what the saw blade sat on, is that lip. So as you can see here, that post is already level or a tiny bit below the level of the bowl lip. So I'm not sure why they now ask us to file that down to make it level with the bowl. Next, the instructions call for placing the jig locator, and it's pretty straightforward. These are the original float bowl mounting screws. Unfortunately, the instructions say to use the small flat washers that are provided in the kit rather than just the lock washers that come with these screws, but unfortunately there were no flat washers in the kit. They had been left out. So I will snug this down, and if you look very, very carefully, right there you can see that there's a punched hole, and that is the locator for the drill. Push this snug against this post, tighten it up, and then you're set to go. It says to use the 1/16 drill in the locator hole. Go down about 30/2 of an inch just to mark where the hole is going to be. Let me see if I'm through. Yeah, I would say I'm through, and that I have probably now marked So I'm tipping the carbs over and dumping these filings out on a regular basis, and then blowing them out too. So that hole is now down 1/4 of an inch. Doesn't look dead center to me, but you saw the jig, that's what we did. The instructions say now re-drill the hole with the number 24 bit. Let me see if I've got that right. Yep, they're calling it a number 24 until it hits bottom. Well, I don't know what that means until it hits bottom. It defines that as 1/4 of an inch, so I have put tape on here to mark 1/4 of an inch. Boy, this is a bit scary. Here goes. Well, that bit right away. I'm just going to try and go gently. Fuck, broke the side of it right out, just like that. Look at that. Right away, that drill bit just jumped right out of there and broke the side of that hole out. Did not have much meat to work with in the first place. Fortunately, I've got more depth, and a lot of this is going to depend upon the epoxy, but that's disappointing. Just in a heartbeat, that jumped right out. So there is the hole, but you can see the whole side of that blew out very quickly, and the question will be, do I have enough bite down in there to make this repair still work? Instructions now ask you to gently screw in the self-tapping screw that comes with the kit so that you are making some grooves. You're not really tapping it like a tap, but they want you to put in some light grooves, mostly to help anchor the epoxy. So I'll gently begin turning that down and hope it stays straight and doesn't wander out of the hole. I've had to move indoors because it's starting to rain. I'll see if I can gently turn this down to get those threads started. Try to keep it straight. Gentle pressure. It's wandering. It's not wanting to go. So the self-tapping is not self-tapping yet, or if it is, it's bottomed out. There are some threads down in there. Not much. It's going to be up to the epoxy, I guess. The instructions say to file the surface again to remove any burrs. Not a lot of room for filing anything here. Brand new file. Just smooth it off a little bit. The instructions now say insert new post into hole. It may need a bit of pushing. Give it a light tap to ensure that it seats flush to the prepped remnant of the old post all the way down. Then remove it and prepare the epoxy. Here's what's got me a little puzzled already. It says the kit comes with a tall post and a short post so that it can repair either a broken tall post or a broken short post. These posts are identical, so I sure hope the hole is going to line up. We'll find out. So pretty disappointing to find out that that hole has been blown out and that post is not going to fit in there snugly. As you can see, it said push it down until it's tight, but it's already bottomed out and there's just nothing holding it there. And it looks as though the post hole for the pin, is the right height with the other pin, so that doesn't look like it's a problem, but it sure looks like it's going to be a problem getting that to anchor in that hole.